Hey guys, this is Maya and you are on my channel Bookshot. If you are new on this channel, here I talk all about books, and if you are interested in books, make sure you stay tuned with Bookshot. Deal of Death is a detective thriller published in the year 2018. I was one among the early readers and reviewers of this book, and the author was kind enough to publish a few lines from my review when she finally got this book out on Amazon. I'm really grateful and super happy about this, and today I'm really excited to tell you guys what this book has in store for you. Before that, Deal of Death is the first book in the Raya Ray detective series. In the upcoming books in this series, you will get to see a lot more interesting cases and Raya Ray trying to solve these cases. Since this is the first book in the series, let me tell you a little bit about Raya Ray to begin with. Raya used to be a marketing professional. She was happily married to the love of her life, Krishnanu. Now, in case if you misunderstood Raya as a male name, I totally get you. Even I thought Raya is a male character when I got my hands over this book for the first time. But I was really happy that Raya is a lady. Getting back to Raya's story, Raya was leading a good life with her husband. Her world shatters when she gives birth to a stillborn child. Stillborn child is basically a dead child. She gets into a kind of depression after she lost her child, and she also refuses to go back to work. And then we see Raya after almost 2 years, and Raya has now laid down new beginnings to her life. She is now a private detective, but since she is very new in this field, she doesn't have any big cases as of such to solve. Having said that, now let's go to Munshiganj. Munshiganj is a place with rich historical background. This place is very famous for the coexistence of a temple and a mosque in the same premise, with a Nawab's tomb in the middle of both. There is a huge bell in front of the temple. Recently, this bell has started ringing by itself every midnight, because of which the people of Munshiganj are worried as well as scared. They do not go out of their houses after a certain time in the evenings. So there are a lot of paranormal things happening in Munshiganj these days. Back in Kolkata, Raya has a maid named Sutapa. Sutapa has a sister, Sharmila, who lives in Munshiganj. Sharmila recently happened to give birth to a stillborn child, but she is not ready to accept this. Sharmila is very confident when she says that her child was alive when she gave birth, and to add to this, she also remembers feeding her child in the middle of the night. But on the other hand, doctors say that Sharmila has gone into a denial mode and she is imagining things by herself. There is nothing as of such, the child was no more when it was born. But Sharmila totally refuses to believe this, and she seeks help from Raya. Initially, Raya was a little skeptical about this, but finally she decides to help Sharmila and look into this case. So she packs her bag and leaves for Munshiganj without knowing what this mysterious place has in store for her. The rest of the book is a roller coaster ride for the readers. A lot of things happen in Munshiganj, a lot of secrets gets revealed. You have to read this book to know whether Sharmila's intuitions were right about her child, whether this case has to do anything with the history of Munshiganj, and to know whether Raya was able to solve this case being a new detective. Many things like that. You have to read this book to know all these things, and believe me, your journey with Raya Ray is going to be super interesting. Deal of Death is a very beginner-friendly thriller and much suited for advanced readers as well. Sonia is a prolific writer. Her writing style is so good. You can find her writings on her blog soniasmusings.com. At some point in time, it was very difficult to believe that this is her debut work. I really appreciate the efforts she has put in writing this particular thriller. Even though Raya was very intelligent and sharp, she makes a few mistakes while investigating into Sharmila's case. But I think that is okay. It's quite understandable as Raya was a very new detective back then. But Raya is not the one who gives up. So Raya decides to come back once again with sharper detective skills to solve the curious case of 6 notebooks. Yes, this is going to be the second book in the Raya Ray series. The book is not released yet. It will be out very soon. If you haven't read Deal of Death, make sure you read Deal of Death. I will leave the link to purchase this book in the description box below. Definitely give it a try, and if you read it, let me know how did you feel about it. Let's wait for The Curious Case of Six Notebooks. I'm really excited for the second book in the series. Fingers crossed. I will definitely let you know when The Curious Case of Six Notebooks gets released. So before that, read Deal of Death, get to know Raya Ray a little better, and stay excited for Raya's second case. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye. Before you go, if you enjoy watching videos on Bookshot, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit on that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video.